to make the drama our friend. And so this is, what do we mean by drama? And as was explained, it is the interaction between the soul and matter. And depending on your practice, could also include God at times. So to explain that, to understand the self as a soul, we have so many characteristics. I was seeing how, if this would make sense, we have an inside drama, which is the way we think, and our attitudes, and etc., and the way we see the world outside. And we can actually change the big drama outside. But we can have a lot of influence on this drama inside, the drama of myself. But to have an influence on the drama of myself, I have to know what's happening in the drama of myself. So if I could think about how I interact with others and become aware through my practice of meditation, meditation is very important in this, then I can see for myself that there's scenes that come to me. And I think I could have done that better. So now I can see that if this comes up again or anything like it, I'll do my best to do it a bit differently. So this is what we call change and transformation. I choose to change because I can see the benefit in change. So I start to change my inside drama. And this obviously will be affecting my outer drama. Everything that happens from the outside, if I can see it as a prompt to help to see what's going on in my thoughts and emotions. The body and all the functions are also a great learning opportunity. So whatever isn't being so comfortable, I could look at it differently. Instead of being distressed, I could think, this is telling me of something that's caused this discomfort. Some action I've been doing that's been causing me to sort of move in the wrong way, or eat something that didn't agree with me just because I liked it, or whatever. It will be personal to everyone. But it can teach me not to get so upset or so worried, but just think, well, just go with it. Just keep looking at what's happening. The body and all its functions are also a great learning opportunity. And when we realize that we're not the body, but we're the energy that makes the body move around and that thinks and has attitudes, feelings, etc. When we realize that, then we can treat it well. We can treat the body better than we ever treated it before. We didn't know that we weren't treating it so well, but once I start to understand that, well, maybe I'm not paying attention here. The self is the being, the pure consciousness, light, energy, the soul. So this being, this pure consciousness is my eternal self, my eternal identity. But because we've been on a journey, we gather through interactions with others, through things that happen in the drama where we defend ourselves, get worried, get upset, feel we've lost something, get upset by someone's aggression towards us or dislike towards us. Then I start to like certain things and dislike other things. So I collect all these ways of being. And these are the things that actually cause me sorrow. It's only now that I can start to think in a better way and think, well, that's the drama, or I can do this different, or I have to stop not liking that person. They're doing the best they can. I've not to be scared of this thing that's about to happen to me, because I can easily go through it. If I really focus and concentrate, I can do what I need to do. But I couldn't have thought that way before. It's only now, when I'm practicing Raj Yoga and knowing myself as the eternal light energy, I discover my true self with soul awareness, and that I'm an actor in the drama. This is very freeing for the self. The soul regains control. Like, I'm not going to get upset, I'm going to stay quite calm. I'm not going to dislike, I'm going to look for something good in that person or that situation. I'm not going to get despondent, I'm going to lift myself up. So, by observing the self over time and adjusting, that we can regain power over the self. This is absolutely amazing if you think about it, because we couldn't do that before, but now we can. I am a soul. So I also begin to learn about love. About love. I can learn what true love is. And I can let go of being attached to someone. Because that's like, we think it's love, but it's holding them back and also tying myself into some strange contract which ties me up from being ever able to move around or think the way I want to think. It's very, very disturbing to have attachment, but we're used to it. We think it's love. Attachment. Have a look at attachment. Uncomfortable and not very helpful. And then I can see when I do this that I can rediscover peace. Peace, their original nature. When I become peaceful, I can be strong, I can be steady, I can be helpful, I can have understanding, I can have all sorts of energies that come from peace. And when I discover peace, I can remove tension. It takes time. Because peace is peaceless. Peacelessness is the opposite to peace. And when I realise that I have peacelessness, I'll find I have tension throughout my whole body system. But when I start to add in peace, I can feel a softness. Softness is the opposite from tension. And I can practice this over and over just for a very short time at a time. Softness. And when I have softness, I don't have disturbance. So I can accumulate. It's a power. Actually, it's a power. After I do this a few times in a day, I wonder sometimes, I think I forget I did that, and I think, gosh, I feel strong. Because you've accumulated more power into the self. I, the soul, have brought forward an energy pattern that was natural to the self. Softness, gentleness. So body consciousness, however, being stressed and worried, sometimes people think that's like a wonderful thing to have lots of stress. They think it makes them like look really responsible and clever. I have so much stress. Oh my goodness, no one as important as me. It's become normal. But it's very, very not normal. It's abnormal. The drama is accurate. The drama, once you start, it will keep prompting you in the right direction. But we need to have patience. It's not going to just go, wow, here we go. Just keep observing. You might have some ideas how you would like things to be now. But as we continue on this spiritual journey, the outcomes may be different from what we imagined. So don't be hard on yourself. Drama shows that change is inevitable. We will change. The very fact that we're doing meditation and thinking about these things, change has to happen because our energy has changed. But the other thing is, the drama continues. You could almost say relentlessly. Nothing can stop the drama because it's like tick, tick, tick with time. It walks along with time. But you can choose how you're going to respond in every situation. You can think about something and think, I think I'll do this different, or I'll try and remember not to react. Even tiny little things that we do are absolutely wonderful. You decide how much you learn about yourself from each scene. And sometimes we'll be in denial and think, well, this definitely, I know at the beginning, I'd listen to a lot of things, then I'd go home and I'd sit in meditation and something quite unpleasant might have happened to me. And I'd say, well, there is no way. How could this be my fault? Absolutely impossible that this was anything to do with me. Impossible. This cannot possibly be that I was involved in this because I didn't do anything. And I keep thinking, I thought that for ages actually. I think, no, it's nothing to do with me. Because I hadn't said any wrong words. I learned that bit. I hadn't done any wrong actions, which I might have felt like doing, but I didn't. So I thought, well, that's it, that's me, fine. It wasn't me. Definitely wasn't me. Later on, as I began to sort of really do meditation more, time would go past. Time's important because you do more and more thinking. I realised, but I didn't change my attitude inside. I was full of resentment, full of defence, and full of, wow, trying to sort it out in my mind and really not happy at all. So I was involved in that scene with my energy. And then when I realised it, I thought, oh my, wow. So I thought, I have to pay attention now to how I'm thinking. And it changed my attitude to whoever had been involved in that physical scene with me as well. I did everything to be more respectful, appreciative. So that changed. So I felt that these qualities were starting to come up in front of me from myself. They were developing in me, and they were very slowly growing. They weren't growing at a fast speed, but they were becoming visible to me a bit at times. But you learn about yourself from each scene. And even if the way I did, you didn't really see it too much, you would eventually come to see it. So keep observing how you treat others. How do you treat them? I mean, you might put a face on and treat them with a surface. I start to see that in myself as well. But it's better than not doing that, actually. And then you see how they treat you. And that can be quite a shock, actually. I started to see some of the people, the way they treated me was appalling. I thought, wow, I didn't know they could be so horrid to me. Whereas before I never noticed that. Because they could put some nice words, maybe give me a nice card, and maybe a wee piece of cake or something, and I thought, oh, they're my friend. And then I would notice I noticed a bit of competition, I noticed a bit of push and shove, and I'd also hear gossip, and I'd also hear how they'd say things about me that actually I hadn't said. So they were pulling me down. And I thought, wow. So I learned that. You keep observing how you treat others, but how they treat you. And you will never run out of things to discover about yourself if you do this. You won't get bored. So keep a positive record of your changes and discoveries. And then, if we use drama as our friend, it will help you to remove any blame. Every moment is a chance to learn, to give and to grow. So there's always something good in the drama, and if it shows me things that are uncomfortable, things I can do about it, just by thinking and by attitudes and by practical common sense as well. The soul has a burden of its past, so all our interactions. So letting go of blame will take time, and it takes courage to remain gentle and kind. Everyone is a different personality, easy to say, but not always easy to be understanding and kind. Each one's part in the drama is fixed. Our part, because we're now learning about the drama, is wonderful. See your own part and see that drama definitely, when I look like this, even the uncomfortable bits are beneficial. And the drama is your friend. So let us sit very calm and quietly and upright, with all our respect for the self, and focus all our attention on the center of our forehead and concentrate on the energy in the center of the forehead, above and behind the eyes. I am the being of light. I am the soul. I have everything recorded within myself. I have everything that I can ever need for my life journey. I'm a being of peace and love and light and happiness. The more I think of my original qualities, the more they will grow and continue to grow inside the self. I am the soul, the being of light. Om Shanti.